Yeah, I know. I know. I know. Don't at me. I'm late. To be fair, I had a schedule change. Oh, someone left. Had a schedule change, and yeah. Alright. It might be a short stream today. I'm just gonna line. It's gonna be a short stream today. I can tell. I'm just gonna line this page and maybe color the main characters. I'll line the backgrounds later because it's kind of spoilers. I try to be as spoiler free on my streams, but it is inevitable that I spoil something, albeit accidentally. I'm just gonna sketch these ones first since they're more complete. No background music this time. That was a real pain dealing with last time. I'll figure something out, maybe, for the future if y'all like or prefer the background music. Yes, as the title says, I am pretty tired today. I don't know what it was last night, but I did not get that good sleep. And I woke up and my back hurt, so it's just, oh, great. Gonna have to deal with this eventually. But not now, so I rolled over and went back to sleep, and my back pain went away. Huh. That would have never happened if I was in my 40s. So, talked about it the last few times, I think. But I've made the executive decision to change this comics upload schedule to Tuesdays and Thursdays. But this week, since it's Wednesday, you'll be getting. I posted a page today, and I'll post the next page tomorrow. And then we'll be on our Tuesday, Thursday schedule. And I'll post a page then, work on the comic behind the scenes, and then try to stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's funny, I scheduled the stream for today. Something came up, and I thought, oh, well, okay, I can change. I can just have a later stream today. It's no big deal. And then the schedule change ended up not happening at all, and I was not informed. So I'm just, oh, cool. Oh, shoot, I'm late. And then, yada yada. Either tomorrow or later today, I'm going to work on an actual official schedule banner to post on the community tab here, maybe my Twitter, and definitely my DeviantArt, just so people can see it. So I've seen a lot of Twitch streamers do that, and it's really cute. So yeah, I'll be doing that. Here's the thing with me for streaming the comic. It's inevitably gonna have spoilers. And I really don't want spoilers. I want people to read it as it comes out. But it's a lot of work on on the comic, and that's work I could be streaming. Or something. Unless for my Wednesday streams I just do something else. Since I'll be posting Tuesdays and Thursdays. I did have Wednesdays was gonna be more well, I don't know. I'm kind of more incoherent than usual. Gee. Today was supposed to be character references, but I talked myself out of it because I'm like, if someone from my DeviantArt comes to watch, it's not real. It's kind of weird to be announcing new characters when certain things haven't even happened yet on the page. So I'm just, it's not ripe yet. So those new character references are going they are going undrawn. Because it doesn't match the aesthetic. It's not ripe yet. It's too early to be announcing new characters, even if it's spoiler free. The public isn't ready for it yet. Another useless bullcrap that, I mean, so much of my career has been stunted because of the aesthetic of the timing. And I am so mad at myself for that. Wait a minute. Something's not right. Something's not right with his eyes. Not ripe. His eyeballs aren't ripe. Oh well. C'est la vie. Such is life. I used to say c'est la guerre, because that is such as war. But honestly, if life were actually a war, if life was a war, it would be World War I trench warfare, where it's like nothing happens most of the time, and then mustard gas. Which kind of is, honestly, kind of is like life. So. This is gonna be rough. I hope my followers don't get too mad at me for this. The poll was split pretty 50-50 for the schedule change. But no one, like, commented on the poll giving their reasoning for voting a certain way. So I don't know. I always try to give my reasoning when voting on a poll because it just lets the creator know why. Because even if if you're a minority vote, but you state your reasoning why in the comments, the artist is more likely to consider your position. And they put out polls to ask what the people think, what they want, and if they just say we want this, well, why? Crickets. And they're like, okay, fine, I'll give you the thing. What for? Because people are more likely to do something if they understand the purpose of said thing. Which is why I flunked in algebra. Because I couldn't see the applicable purpose for it. And I was like, why should I dedicate brain cells to wasting my time with the thing I'm only gonna need to pass the test? Wait a minute. I want to check a reference, but the page I want to reference would be a spoiler. That definitely would be a spoiler. Sort of. I mean, out of context, maybe not, but honestly, I'm of the opinion, and I'm going by the George Lucas philosophy. It might hurt me in the short term, but in the long run, I think it'll work out. Where you just do, you create the stories that you want to hear. Not just you want to tell, the ones you want to hear. And you tell it the way you want to hear it. And if other people happen to like the story the same way you do, great. But if they don't, well, then this is just for you then. It's probably why Lucasfilm almost went bankrupt. Which is why he had to sell to Disney. And we all know the rest. I think I can mark this as spoiler free because I'm hiding the dialogue. Oh, excuse me. Pardon. His snoot isn't that thick. He's got a more angular nose. There we go. I'm not sure. Should I put... Oh, since they're running, should I put their eyes there? Or just do like just like a little thing? We'll see. Oh, hey, puppy. Do you need a potty? Okay. Hold up, guys. Right back. I'm just gonna keep the mic rolling. I'm just trying to yell across the house comedically. I may have to leave again for just a second to let him back in, but it's pretty nice out, and if last night is any indication, he might just hang out there for a bit, just to sniff around and whatnot. Alright. Back to the grind. That's too big. At that point, might as well just draw his eyes in. I know if I'm this tired, I should probably just take a nap or something. Rather than forcing myself to work. But I did promise that I would stream. So I'm trying to keep my promises when I can. I am also not ready for today's Bad Batch episode. I haven't watched it yet because I want to watch it on the TV rather than just my computer later tonight when my dad watches Mandalorian. So, whew, I'm on pins and needles, but at the same time, I'm too tired to actually jump around about it. So I have all the emotions of a kid in a candy store, but also a kid going to all the emotions of a kid going to the dentist at the same time. I'm a candy store dentist, a dental candy store. But I'm just too exhausted to express that emotion. But I'm also drinking coffee, so I'm just caffeinated and tired. Oh, good times. I think this is Lion Stripes. I'll draw him next. To anyone in the know, is there a way to draw a double action in the same frame? Like, okay. One example, like, if someone is, like, talking to this person and then they whip their head around to yell at someone else. You really can't see this example, but hopefully you can imagine it. How would I draw that? Like in some comics, I saw them just draw the person with like two heads, but the heads were like fully rendered and whatnot, with little to no action lines, so it looked weird. But at the same time, it got the point across because he was just relaxing in his chair, and he's like, "Hey, have you just like did you do this?" It's like, "No, I haven't." Where's that kid? You know, like he was trying to fling himself out of his chair. Hello, Elias. Did Tabby let you in? Or did you pop the door open? Answer me. You can't talk. Well, anyway, Puppy's back. So I tried to do it in a previous here but future posting where someone goes, "Hey, oh," like they had the sudden realization in the same frame because I didn't want to draw like an extra frame just for an expression change. Yeah, he can be fluffy. But it also kind of, I don't know, to me it looked off and wrong. I mean, I guess I could show you sort of. Nah, anyway. So what I opted to do is just draw the what? You figure it out yourself, buddy boy. I'm busy. Unless his blanket's rearranged. See, I told you to do it. See, I told you. For those of you who haven't seen Distractable, or at very least the episode called Bob's Fridge of Distractable, oh my god, that was a journey and a half. One of which I am now terrified that will happen to me. Like, say I move out and I move into a place that doesn't have a fridge or a washer or a dryer. That means I'm gonna have to not only buy the stinking things, which go for like they cost more than the mortgage, but also I'd have to get them delivered because I am not that physically strong. I'm not. I mean, I won't be. I won't sugarcoat it. I could not move a fridge by myself. So that means I would have to get it delivered, or at the very least, have the delivery people drop it off, and then just have like a fridge party with some neighbors or family members to help me move a damn fridge. Or I just get a dolly and just kind of skeet skeet scoot it around. Or I just get a million. I just here's what I would do. I would get those little mini coolers, those little mini fridges for like college dorms, and get like two of them and stack them on top of each other with bungee cords and whatnot, and just say, "Yep, yep, there's my fridge." Or just have a chest freezer. It's just full of nothing but pizza. You know? Man, I wish I would clean up my sketches before I say good enough, but at the same time, like, hello? Why does that sound like it's coming from behind me? She should not be that back way. Oh, she was that way. Excuse me, sorry. I thought my dog, not my dog, but a dog got out of the yard. His paw goes up. Because he's doing that running thing. I'm running up that hill, make a deal with God. Oh, that looks so wonky. You know what? I'll just put a motion blur on them. I'll just draw them like this, put a slight motion blur on their line art, and then just color them kind of smudgy later. Actually, you know what? I could check real quick without y'all seeing. So, enjoy the full page, context free. One folder. Okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. I do need to draw their eyes, it turns out. Just so the base color has somewhere to sit, and then I'll add the blurries. Just kind of an abstract shape-ish. There we go. Is this supposed to be Ivy Whisper? Yeah, the hair, but his cheek lifts are wrong. God dang, these feet, man. I'll just add another motion blur. When in doubt, motion blur. Man, I went nonverbal there for a minute. I apologize. Just like the good old days. Wait a minute, what's this? There we go. Is that a tangent? Oh well. Oh crap, I forgot about them. I forgot about them. No, not that. There we go. Hold on. There we go. That's her spine. Is she loafing? Yeah, I'll draw her as a loaf. I know it looks wrong, but the thing with cat anatomy is you can get away with so many odd shapes because they literally do not have a spine. I swear to God, cats have like no bone structure. It's insane. There we go. Now we know he's facing this way. All right. I will start on their eye colors. Hold up. Let me save this. And just so I don't accidentally click on them, let me just close these. Those are future pages. Those are definitely spoilers. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Regular pen. I feel like I drew his line art a little too thick on the eyes. Because that's his usual. Damn it. Hold up. Quick intermission. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. You look so hot, but your blood is cold as ice. Do-do-do. Do-do. You look so hot, but your blood is cold as ice. There we go. I said shake, rattle, and roll. intermission music over. If y'all haven't seen the Clue movie, okay, here's another movie suggestion. Y'all should see the Clue movie with Tim Curry. Oh my god, that movie is hilarious. It is a product of its time, so don't get all up in arms about it. But it is some clever wordplay and a good murder mystery. I mean, it put plot in a board game that's literally who did it where and with what. A real whodunit. I think that phrase was even said in the movie. They're like, okay, whodunit. There we go. The one problem with having the character art, I mean the line art on a separate layer than the background line art, it makes for convenience when you're coloring. I'm in the wrong mode. But like if a character is partially obscured behind something, you have to kind of fix it with the art with the coloring in order for it to work. What the fiddle? I like this splash paw. Not as cute as when he was talking about the kittens a few pages ago on DeviantArt. He was saying how strong and lively they were. That was definitely one of his cutest faces. But this, I like drawing Splash Paw. He's cute. A few of the readers on the comments of the pages were like, "Ah, don't hurt my baby!" Just this is a Warriors comic. No one is safe. There we go. Which may not be considered a spoiler, but you're a Warriors fan, you know. If you know, you know. And if you know, what did you expect? Bitches don't die. I'm also gonna get Ivy Whispers rough up here, and we'll do that. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Like, as opposed to just like drawing actual lines to close off the oh my god, what can you stop? Can Can we all agree that that is uncalled for? Are we all in agreement that that was uncalled for? Pen? 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 Can we stop switching modes? I mean, granted, it is me pushing the button, but can we not? Can we all agree? I forgot to erase this bit. Getting mad at my technology. What's new? Okay, no eye color on him. Now, this border is a little different. I'm trying something. Now, usually I have black borders, thicker black borders around my pages. I had experimented with just doing straight lines in the past, and I kind of liked how that looked. It definitely gave me more room to work with, but this is supposed to be a series of events happening at the same time. Oh, excuse me. With a monologue on top. So I'm wondering if since these are happening at the same time, coinciding with a monologue, if the border should also be different to reflect that. So I'm just trying this. Because the thing with this comic that I need to remind myself, but that's also so liberating, is that it's just practice. It's just me practicing for when I do my official comics for like Dreamwalkers, and I have a superhero comic, a superhero universe I also want to do. I'm not sure what to call it so far. I think I'm just calling it Havoc, but it's an abbreviation for something. But at the same time, I don't want the superhero comic to just be these main characters. I have other characters in the same universe I want to do, or at least kind of use this as like a dumping ground for any of my parody comics of superhero tropes I want to do. But we shall see. Anyway, so yeah, I also got that going on. So yeah, this is just me practicing how to make things look, how to lay it out, how to script it, for sure. The thing with the Dreamwalker script that I'm currently contemplating is I'm wondering if I should write it like I did for this comic, where if I can understand it, then it's fine. Or for Dreamwalkers, if I should make it more coherent, because like Dreamwalkers is gonna be a whole ass graphic novel, which is gonna be like fully rendered, fully colored, shaded, and everything. And that's gonna be a lot of work. And I don't know. I mean, I would love to get it published, but also I might just have to do a Kickstarter for that. And I'm wondering if I'm actually going to have to hire some help with at least the line art and the coloring and whatnot. As long as I get, say, on how the eyes look, or if at least I can find someone that can at least sort of line or sketch in the same style as I do, or at least in the same style as Dreamwalker, since it is slightly different. It is different than Path to Brighter Stars currently. So I'm wondering if I should consider that as a possibility. Because I'm already re-scripting everything so it'll fit the graphic novel format. So like I'm splitting up each, instead of splitting it into lines of dialogue with some action in between like I did for this comic, I'll be splitting it up where each bulletin is a page, and then I'm using slash marks to section off actual panels. Which I do like that a lot more because it helps me visualize. His neck is really long in this panel. Oh well. It helps me visualize what the page is going to look like, even though I'm just looking at words. So that's fun. I do enjoy that. But I am wondering if I should make it, like, instead of saying things like she pulls a Texas and does this fighting move, if I should actually say she does a haymaker or something like that. I don't remember what the move was called, even though I just looked it up yesterday. A suplex. That's what it was called, because I thought it was like suplex. I thought that was something else. Because apparently I thought it was a fireman tackle, but apparently I don't know what a fireman throw is. And I still don't. You can tell which part of the comic phase actually energizes me. I like coloring. I was actually, the most fun I have on a comic is the final rendering. Like the coloring in all the textures and whatnot. I love texturing trees. And recently, you probably in the latest page you'll see more evidence of it. I have taken to using 3 colors in the bushes instead of just 1 and shading. So just it looks more. It just looks more. Because actually, if I had my way, the way I'd like it to be, Dreamwalkers would be like an animated movie, maybe a little longer than a movie, like a mini series, and Past the Brighter Stars would be an animatic series, similar to they called it Clouded Moon from Starcat Studios. I don't know what they're doing. I used to be well, I still am. I'm subscribed to their channel, that they were working on it, like behind the scenes and whatnot. And I haven't heard anything about it since. Like, and I'm genuinely concerned that it fell apart, which is disappointing because the story they had set up and the world building that they were rewriting for it started out as a Warriors fan series as well that just changed into something more, which is what Dreamwalkers was for me. I'm kind of worried that they've dropped it. Because it's almost been over a year of radio silence. So I am concerned. And it's not like the people have dropped off the internet, or at least it doesn't seem like it, because Tennille is still on YouTube. Tennille Flowers, the one of the creators, he's still on. But I don't know about the others. Then again, I wasn't really subscribed to them. I was subscribed to Tennille back when they were doing like Warriors analysis videos. which brings back so many memories. Oop, 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 oop. And they had like a full cast set up and everything, so I the story they were gonna tell was gonna be like very intriguing to me. But as long as I can let go of Clouded Moon, if Far-Fetched gets made. Now, Ashley Nichols, who was a cleanup artist for Lackadaisy, Has-Been Hotel, and I think Animaniacs as well, the new Animaniacs, she and her roommate Dave Capdevel are. Is it Capdevel? I really don't want to sound ignorant saying that. Anyway, and Dave are working on a full series called Far-Fetched, and that I want to succeed as much as Has-Been Hotel did. Will. I mean, it might not pop off as much, but I really need it to be made because the story they're telling is super important to me. Like, let me not subscribe. Let me describe Far-Fetched real quick. It's basically a rock band road trip, but with ghoulies and ghosties that are constantly tormenting the band members while they're just trying to get a gig. And there's also, I think, like a demon dog. I mean, Kira originally, they said, was going to be a hellhound. Or like a beast from hell. But they said that has changed, and I'm thinking Kira is actually not a figment, because everyone else can see it, but like a part of Rue's psyche that kind of split, and now Kira is Rue's personalized service dog that's purple, has dragon wings, anime hair, and breathes fire. That, and it's an indie rock band for Far-Fetched too, and they're gonna compose all the original music themselves. It's like that's kind of the stories I want to tell, which is what I'm working on with Gatesville, but not quite the same way. So I want Far-Fetched to really succeed. Not only just because it's their passion project, and you can clearly tell everyone involved just loves working on it. Not too, but at the same time, I really want it to succeed so I can feel a little better about my stories. Disclaimer, I'm going to tell my stories regardless. And, if people don't like it, I will find a way to tell it. But if people, whoops, that's the wrong button. If people like it, great. But also, I really want people to like it because I'm the entertainer at heart. If I'm telling a story that nobody likes, what's the point? But at the same time, well, that's just how the cookie crumbles. It'd be like that sometimes. Alright, I'm gonna work on. He's done, so I can get rid of his ref. It's only like 2 shots, so I'm gonna work on this. I need to redo some of their ref sheets just so I know. Like, I just need to decide, does Ivy Whisper's little forehead V thing. Is that regardless of his hair? Or with his hair? Because for Lion Stripe and Hazelpaw, instead of just having a triangle on their forehead, it's their hair. Because anime. So I'm wondering if I should just do the same with Ivy Whisper. But in the meantime... Now, the reason Farfetched hasn't been jumping back into the conversation that no one was having. The reason why Farfetched has been kind of not AFK. What's the radio silent is because the creators were moving and had some shit to deal with. So that's why it hasn't been nothing's been posted yet, but they're still active on their Twitter, and the official Farfetched show Twitter account is still active. So at least they haven't completely dipped. They still got people working on it. So I'm excited. I'm more excited for Farfetched than I am for anything Has Been Hotel related. Now, that's not to say I don't care about Has Been Hotel. I feel like I've had this conversation before. Oh well. It's just the story of Farfetched and Has Been Hotel specifically are more important to me. Especially from what I can tell with Has Been Hotel, it's a story about redemption and just about forgiving yourself. Because I think the reason why the sinners in hell are just redemption is impossible is because they see themselves as irredeemable secretly, even if they're all have a tough guy asshole act. That's not to say I believe that everyone has some good deep inside them. Some people are just bad people. And there's really no way to explain it. I mean, sure, you can't explain it psychologically, but at the same time, some people are just too far gone. They've gone beyond forgiveness. Which I hope is a lesson that they figure out in Has Been Hotel. Some people are just unforgivable. And you can only stretch forgiveness too far before you're actually hurting people. That just looks weird. But this looks weird as well. So, see, like this. I should just change his design. I should just redesign him. Not fully, but, just enough to where it's just easier to deal with. I mean, I already considered redesigning Hazelpaw in a previous stream, which I have decided against. I'm fine with his brown, because then that distinguishes his brown from Hawkfang's brown. And a few other brown characters that will be popping up. I'll come back to that in a second, actually. How long have I been streaming, real quick? An hour? Okay, that's fine. Oh, I didn't even... Hee. I can put that on the same layer. Speaking of Farfetch, now I got Advent Triacular stuck in my head. I've been calling it Adventacular this whole time until I actually looked at the spelling of the word to Google it, and I'm just like, that's not how you spell Adventacular. It's like Advent Triacular. You know, like triathlon. Which actually makes a lot more sense than Adventacular, even though I like the word. I really like the word Adventacular. I might use it for some other things. While we're on the subject of Farfetch'd, I'm just going to drop a few headcanons in here. Just so that they're recorded and on file, so when the show inevitably does drop and some info is dumped, I can say, called it, or, oh, well, man, I was totally wrong. Anyway, here's my evidence that I really should be doing a separate video for, but I'm just going to get it out here first. There's a character named Griff. He's the lead singer for the show's band Sesamoid. And in his ref, it shows that he lives in their ice cream truck that they use as a band van. He lives there. So he's homeless and has no other family. Also in his ref, when under birthdays, it even mentions Kira's birthday, for crying out loud. Same with Drain, who is a vampire. It mentions his birthday. But for Griff, for birthday, it just says Griff. And I think it's kind of interesting, the fact that Griff is completely unbothered by everything, doesn't understand social cues, and can literally eat anything, makes friends with animals, any animal, and it just... There was another piece of evidence that I'm forgetting. Anyway. Also, during a live stream, I can't remember which, a fan asked if the series was going to have things like changelings. It was a list of things, but changelings was on the list. Dave made a noise like, ah! Like someone almost spoiled something. So here's my headcanon, my theory. I hope you can... I've set it up for you. I think Griff is a changeling. Or at the very least, he is a supernatural creature as well that is just taken human form for shits and giggles. He's not actually dangerous. I think he might actually be a changeling. Or something of that nature. To where... Is that on the same layer? God dang it. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. Honestly, it's it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's okay. Anyway, that's my biggest far-fetched headcanon theory so far. I mean, if you twist my arm, I think I can go digging for other theories. Like, I mean, this isn't even a theory at this point. Drain is secretly gay, and he's just a deeply closeted homosexual. He just will not admit it. And the reason why he sees Drain as a rival is because he also has a crush on him, type deal. I mean, that's not even headcanon. It's kind of headcanon, but it's Drain being straight, air quotes, is in his profile. I mean, it's in his bio. So, yeah. Here's also the thing with Farfetch that I think is pretty interesting and creative, but also, I mean, you do you. A lot of the creatures they're going to be dealing with are things the creators, have originally created. And from what I can tell, there's not a lot of reference to folklore and myth. Oh, my dad's home. So it's just when they mention that Quinn's grandma is from Ireland, and I'm sitting here like, ooh, are we getting like Selkies and Doolahans and fairies and whatnot? But I don't think we are, and even if we do, I think they're gonna take more creative liberties with them, which is fine. I mean, they can. It's just I am a mythology whore. So anytime anything references mythology, I'm in on it. At least in not an accurate portrayal, because it's really hard to accurately reference Celtic mythology because it's been rewritten and colonized by the Catholics so much that the original myths are just impossible to find, especially the original spelling of anything, because in Gaelic there is no such thing as spelling. Anyway. But for my story, Gatesville, we're going to be referencing the hell out of mythology. And also getting our own creative twists on it. Because what's the point of storytelling if you're just going to retell someone else's interpretation of something that, I mean, is literally worldwide? Vampires are worldwide. You can literally do whatever you want with them. It's just, whenever I see people do their version of vampires, I'm like, how are they doing that? Well, not how are they doing it. I'm just, are they doing the sunlight thing? Are they doing the they can have kids thing? Are they doing the, are they doing the crucifix thing? What are they doing? Because literally with vampires, it's a cash grab. It's a... What's the phrase I'm looking for? Cash grab bag of traits that you can just slap around on anything and just say vampire, as long as it is a creature of the night that has fangs. It's a vampire, but not a werewolf. And even werewolf is just a broad term that can mean anything from Lugaru to Wolfman to Wolfwalker to Skin Changer. So literally, when it comes to creatures and mythology, you can do whatever you want, but it is cool when people put in the work to try to emulate the original myth, because that hasn't been done enough. Like, the original myth of the vampire is quite fascinating. It's just this ghoulish beast. And I mean, we all love a sexy vampire because of Dracula. But even then, Bram Stoker's Dracula is vastly different than what people portray it as. Like, Bram Stoker's Dracula was kind of racist, not gonna lie, and was against immigration in Britain, at least according to my history teacher. And if you look at it, yeah, and I'm gonna get on a little tangent here. A lot of the vampire superstitions could be have been and were directed towards Jewish people. Same thing with witches. Oh my god, do not get me started on the witches. The only thing more fascinating than a culture's mythology is how the mythology and folklore actually affected real life people in history. It's fascinating, but at the same time, it is very depressing. Because it's like, what? I mean, we all have heard of the Salem witch trials and bullshit. That was just it was a witch hunt, and to the fact where now it's used as it's politically charged. Where people can just throw it around whenever they want, however they want. I mean, it's more popular than the term Red Scare, which was basically a, air quote, witch hunt, but for political views. But at the same time, they also believed, like, communism and heresy was contagious, like a legit pathogen that can be caught if exposed to it. And I'm just like, yeah, that's how ideas work. You talk to someone of a different ideal and you go, oh, I never saw it that way. And then you can start to look at it that way. Not necessarily think that way, but at least look at it in a certain way. I think this will be the page where I change his design slightly. Actually, I'm going to leave it like this for now, and I'm going to come back to it with some fresh eyes. An hour 13. I can end it there. I need to do some other more pressing things today. I've already posted the page. I've made the announcement. I've done my obligatory live stream. Boom. Tried to be as spoiler free as possible. I ranted about mythology, history, superstition, fear, and jealousy. Dragged in the back of my Dragula. Slammed in the back of my Dragula. I think that it's not a rune stream if I'm not ranting about some sort of historical mythology fucking somebody over. Anyway, Friday for sure I'm going to live stream. And I won't say what it is. I mean, it's not exactly a surprise, but no one's watching, I can say it. Spoiler alert, it's an early April Fool's Day joke. And I hope nobody gets mad at me, but at the same time, if somebody does get mad at me, I'm going to say, am I wrong? Am I wrong, though? Anyway. You know, I'm going to give y'all a little sneak peek. Boom.